601. Reliable Coffee Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose, hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, the best place in town to take a leak.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX-LG, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Wake them up, Coach. Wake them up.
I'm gonna make it wet. Say, hot tub. Rubber dub and hot tub. Rubber dub with me. Should I get the hot tub?
Yeah.
Will it make me sweat?
Yeah.
Should I get the hot tub?
Yeah.
Will it make me wet?
Yeah. Well, what a show you got prepared for us
Oh, my
today.
goodness. Let's see if I got it right. 7:15, we got state championship coach Jeremy Brown, Bay High School. Then at 7:30, the one and only Dr. Ward. And then at 8 o'clock, we're going to throw a curveball at you. Mark McLeod, all you need to know about the Florida Gators. We talked about it. I thought it was a good matchup. And
So
they
we're gonna have
came
Mark
through.
McLeod
They
talking
came
about the
through.
Gators during the Alabama update.
During the Alabama update. Now, we're going to have the Florida update like we usually do at 8:30. It's going to be the Alabama update. The voice of the Crimson Tide, Chris Stewart, will be visiting with us. So leave it here all day long
That's
on
big time,
104.3
man. Big time.
ESPN Northwest. When I say all day, just leave it here day and night. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Well, I didn't realize we got the Buckeyes game going. I think going to be played on this radio station this week to also. It's pretty cool. Didn't know that. Brian, how you doing, buddy?
Doing well.
You're looking good. The old man's
get
not
your
here.
eyes fixed.
Well, the old man's not here today, so it'll be a little bit quiet, a little bit sad.
Is he out there tearing up the turf at Bay Point?
No, he's on his way. I'm not supposed to tell everybody what he's doing, but he's on his way out of town. So if you want to go, go to his house.
No.
Anyway, he's heading out to Tennessee to see some people and do some things.
Yeah.
So he told me not to mention he was going out of town,
Yeah.
but I did anyway. Who cares?
They probably left that horse/dog
He's
at
got
home.
yeah. Once you see his dog, you will not want to get in the yard or near his property.
Well, not to mention, he and his neighbors like to collect guns. So
Yeah. You
they haven't had any
wanna fool-
live target practice in a while.
You don't want to fool with a manly. He is manly, no doubt about that. All right, before we got everything going on today, I want to jump into this real quick. I love covering this stuff. CBS does it, ESPN, 24/7. My favorite is Saturdays Down South. But they go week by week, and they got their experts pick what bowl games where they think is going to happen by the end of the year. It's like shooting a star or something. We don't know what's going to happen, but here we go. ESPN bowl games, number 12, Memphis will play at number 5, Oklahoma, in the 2025 college playoffs. Number 11, Texas A&M Aggies will be at number 6, Texas Tech. Texas Tech, keep an eye out on Texas Tech. Number 10, Georgia Tech. Richard Sanders, how you like that, buddy? Georgia Tech at number 10 will host number 7. No, I take that back. Number 10, Georgia Tech will be at number 7, Alabama.
Old school SEC rivalry from the 30s.
Yeah, this was a Bobby Dodd, Bear Bryant deal. Holt got that game canceled. Oh, now Memphis will be at Oklahoma. Texas A&M will be at Texas Tech. Georgia Tech will be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Number 9, Georgia will be, this is kind of interesting, number 9, Georgia will be at number 8, Indiana. That would be, okay, I could get into watching some of those. Cotton Bowl, the rest of the SEC. Here's the Cotton Bowl. Here's what's going to happen in the Cotton Bowl. Alabama wins. They go to the Cotton Bowl at number 7 team in the country, and they will play number 2, Oregon. Number 6, Texas Tech, which means they beat Texas A&M. They head on over to the Orange Bowl to play the 3rd-ranked Miami Dolphins.
No.
Miami Hurricanes. Same thing.
Miami Dolphins might be easier.
Yeah. Number 9, Georgia, they win their game against the Indiana. They'll go to the Rose Bowl and play the number 1 seed in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah.
In the Sugar Bowl, Oklahoma wins. They move on to play number 4, the Ole Miss Rebels. The rest of the SEC goes like this. Fiesta Bowl. Well, this is still playoffs. Fiesta Bowl. Ole Miss will beat Oklahoma. They go on to play number 1, Ohio State. Ohio State beats Georgia. Peach Bowl in Atlanta. Miami beats, who did I say Miami is playing? Miami wins. They'll play number 2. Oregon and Miami both win. They'll play. Oregon beats Alabama. Miami beats Texas Tech, so they move on. Miami will play Oregon. The national championship game, the Orange Bowl in Miami, will have Oregon at number 2 versus number 1, Ohio State Buckeyes. In the Gator Bowl, you're going to have Florida State playing LSU. In the Texas Bowl, you're going to have Houston playing Vandy. Birmingham Bowl, if this happens, I'll probably go. Mississippi State versus Navy. Music City, Penn State versus South Carolina. Quest Bowl, Texas versus Michigan. Citrus Bowl, Illinois versus Missouri. And the Liberty Bowl is Cincinnati versus Auburn. Mayo Bowl, Tennessee, NC State. I want to take Lorelei and Layton to a bowl game. I don't know, Jared, let me, but if it's one close like Birmingham Bowl, something like
Birmingham
that,
makes
they'd like that. Of course, I'd like to go to the Alabama bowl game.
Well, I get to see their aunt, too. So.
Yeah, you have to stay at Jamie's house.
The only thing with that, I would be shocked if Ohio State and Oregon end up 1-2, just because likely they'll play in the championship. I would think Miami'd be 2, Oregon be 3. Outside of that, I mean, based on what we know now, it could certainly play out.
You're right. I wonder if any way could work out some magical way. Ohio State. Wait, we got to take this phone call.
Yeah.
Oregon and Ohio State play the last game. Is there any way they No, because one will have a bye.
Yeah, I just don't think they'll be 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. But I do think they could play twice like they did.
They absolutely could.
Let's bring him on. I had a great time yesterday. Saw my granddaughters, Lorelei, Layton. Hasn't spent some time with Layton. Saw Johnny. But, I miss this guy's voice. The one and only Mr. Rob. He's just like a grandchild to me.
I tried calling you yesterday, and then you wouldn't never have me on. I had to take a phone call. And then when I called back, your secretary, she wouldn't answer the phone.
Well, she can be that way. He can be that way.
Just leave me out of this.
And I figured I better call in early this morning, or you going to have all the Gator people on there. So
go Gators, baby. What about them Gators? What about them Gators?
What about? Yeah, well, I don't know if it's the Gators are that good or if it's Texas is just that bad.
A little bit of both. Yeah. What about the Miami Hurricanes, state champs again?
Miami Hurricanes, Miami's going to be, they are the best team money can buy. I will say that.
No, there's a pretty good one up in Columbus, too.
Yeah, they're well right, and they're right there. They both have about the same payroll.
Yeah.
They're.
Think about that, Rob, what you just said. Texas must have wasted their money. They spent a load of money also and just don't, I don't know.
Well, I don't know whether they everybody just put so much pressure on him, on Arch, and he just couldn't handle the pressure, or if he just isn't that good. I mean, he's watching his demeanor on the field. After the play, after he's getting rid of the ball, he's just a spectator. He just kind of, now he will, after the running back gets tackled, he will walk up there and try and help him up, and that sort of stuff. But he just don't seem. I mean, you look back in the last 10, 20 years, 15 years. If a guy's got it as a freshman, he's playing. You know, back when, I mean, I just don't. You know, they have just put so much pressure on him, the name and everything else. I just don't know if that's part of the problem. But something's wrong. Something's wrong in Texas. That's for sure.
Well, remember what the old ball coach said, and he was right. He usually is. I always listen to him. And he also said he expected the Florida Gators look totally different out of that open week, and they did. He was right about that. He was right about Arch Manning. He was that good. He'd be playing last year. On a national show, they actually showed that video of his highlights against that little team at the competition level, just not very good, that he played in. But I think he's a good ball player. I just think his offensive line's kind of like didn't have a very good game. Look, Florida State's quarterback, when he's pressured, he doesn't look very good.
You know what, though? Early in the season, I watched, and like with Ohio State, it looked like Sarkisian could not decide if he wanted to protect him by limiting
play selection, everything.
It's like I don't know if it's because he sees in practice he can't do certain things, or he's trying to protect him from, being too risky, throwing thing, whatever. But that playbook for a Steve Sarkisian offense looks terribly limited, and I don't think that's helped him.
And especially against Ohio State.
Yeah.
A lot of play acts, rollouts, and even then he was throwing the ball in the ground week one. So we'll see how it plays out. Do we see a new quarterback this week for Texas? Probably not. I don't know how these NIL deals work out. You don't see many backup quarterbacks. Now, if you're Steve Spurrier, he'll pull the trigger pretty quick.
Yeah, he don't care how much money you're making.
Rob, I got to get up with you later. I got to get you to give me an estimate on something. I don't want to talk about it on the air, but I need to get up with you pretty quick.
Lots.
Well, you're breaking up. I didn't hear that. What?
It's football season. He's got a lot of money.
PGA, you seen them checks they have at the PGA? That's what I need.
All right, whatever you want. Hey, let me ask you this. Florida State, they've lost 2 games. They lost one of the best teams in the country at home. They lost to another team that's pretty good, ranked Virginia. The rest of their schedule looks manageable.
And they beat a team that was pretty good. So, it's hard to say. And I think, that's what happens to you when you get you play a team and then you play a bunch of cupcakes getting ready for the season. I think one cupcake is good, but when you play 2 of them, you get complacent and you get slow.
Yeah. Texas played 3 in a row, and it came back to bite them. Florida State, the same thing. I'm trying to figure out today, before I do the picks here later in the week, Missouri. They've had some cupcakes. I think they're a really good ball club. 11 o'clock, trap game to me. Bama's got 2 emotional games. Then they've got Tennessee coming up, which is a huge game. So I'm kind of concerned about this Missouri game. But I think it's not good for you to have 3 cupcake games in a row is not good for you. You can eat 1 cupcake, maybe 2, but that's it.
Was Missouri off last week?
Yes. And they had a cupcake before that.
Well, but you can practice against yourself and get the speed back up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
True.
But
True.
I don't know. I'd be weary of Alabama this week because they got Tennessee next week.
Yep. They got to win it, man. They got to win this one.
It's a big opportunity for them to get knocked off.
Yep. They're good enough to win the rest of them, and they're good enough to lose the rest of them also. What do you think at Tallahassee? Do the fans show up this Saturday, 11 o'clock?
Yeah. I mean, they were coming back, regardless of if Miami kind of just took the foot off the gas. And I was disappointed in Miami. I thought they went to play not to lose.
Yeah.
Instead of keeping on. I wasn't sure about why they did that.
Yeah, I know. I question a little bit. But you know what? Hey, it worked out, so what?
What's interesting? I'm looking at Missouri's schedule. They have played, all 5 of their games have been home games, and the Alabama game is home. So they're starting with 6
home games.
Wow.
Ooh, and then they go, the end of their season might work on them.
Somebody said like Kansas is not a very good team, but that's a rival game for them, too.
Next week, they go to Auburn. Then the following week, they go to Vandy. then they have A&M at home, Mississippi State at home, then they go to Oklahoma, and they finish with at Arkansas.
Yeah, it starts to get real.
Well, somebody was talking about yesterday, the afternoon, guys, about FSU. If they win out, they're still not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, well, how they? Let me ask you something. How they know that? Nobody knows that. It depends on what happens throughout the country.
There's a lot that would have to.
And there's look 2 weeks ago, half of the top 8 lost. There are going to be a lot more losses. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. Everything's different now.
Because everybody's got to play each other in the Southeastern Conference. There's really only going to be one good team that's going to come out of the Big Ten. You know,
we'll see about that. I think there'll be 2.
2.
Oregon, Ohio State.
Well, I guess you're right. Oregon is still going to be. That's probably going to be who Oregon is.
The way we used to think, throw it out the window. We don't know anymore. I mean, there are going to be a lot of upsets this week. Alabama could go down. There's no telling what can happen. What about Texas? Does Texas bounce? We got to take a break, Rob.
All right. Well, you got
call us later if you can.
Okay.
We'll try to work you in. Do I?
Well, I know you're tied up at 7:30 to 8, and you got Mark calling in at 8, and you got somebody else at 7:30 or 8:30, so you're done for the day.
Yeah, Trump's supposed to call later. I'm trying to work it to get him in here.
All right.
I got to go to D.C. and correct some things out.
Then you're going to run for Senate, are you?
Yeah, for Montgomery. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for the call, Rob.
See you, Rob.
Bye.
Tell you what, I want to give a shout out to my beautiful granddaughters. I hope they have a wonderful day today. Lorelai and Leighton Bell. I miss them. I don't see them much as I used to. I got to see them yesterday, though. Anyway, let's talk about some of our great people. Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You're out there anyway. Go have a great meal. Today's special, only on Wednesday, 10 wings and a side. Pat Prentice, the city commissioner over there in Lynn Haven, does an incredible job. Love the man. Always been good to Bay County Athletics. Make sure you go support Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Great place to watch NFL and especially college football games. That place is incredible. You want to have a huge party, you want to have it at your house, but you want those delicious wings from Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Where you call, you make an appointment. I don't care if it's 100 of them. They'll do it for you. Call, tell them what time you're going to come by and pick them up. They'll be ready to go. They are incredible. The one and only Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. The key word there is Lynn Haven. Also, talking about specials. Brian and I'll be there today about 11 o'clock. The legendary J. Michael's restaurant, world famous J. Michael's spaghetti, only on Wednesday.
Day.
Only on Wednesday. Yes. Lorelai loves it. Leighton loves it. Johnny loves it. It's the best you'll get anywhere. I'll tell you what, they've been packed out lately. Everybody on these breaks, they all know about the legendary J. Michael's. They want to go by there and look at that legend sitting on the corner over there. I wonder if Richard Sanders will be there. Richard, I think it's your time to buy, or as you know. All right, what else can we talk about? Can I go or keep going?
No, we got to go. We got a busy
Let me do
day
one
ahead.
more. Let me just do one more.
All right.
Just one more. All you Tiger Sharks down in Port St. Joe. Their Taco Bell loves you guys. They support you big time. Taco Bell, they got DoorDash, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. After the game, before the game, all you Tiger Sharks, get down to Taco Bell. We got 3 great locations in Panama City Beach. Callaway, are you ready? Go Tiger Sharks. That was Lorelai and Leighton. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show. It feels like you got some teams that are kind of mailing it in. That Ravens loss, even with Lamar Jackson, they're not winning that game. And then you start to look at the numbers that the Ravens have been giving up. 41, 38, 37, 44.
It's the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Wednesday's weather forecast. Partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a high near 87 and a wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight, a light breeze and a temperature of 73. About the same tomorrow, around 85 with mostly sunshine and a wind around 11 miles per hour out of the northeast. Mostly sunny Friday and quite warm around 81. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida.
With over
over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Scott Graham here from Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. Jason Benetti and Devin McCourty have the call as Week 6 of the season kicks off with NFC East action between the Eagles and the Giants. Philadelphia, the defending Super Bowl champions, are coming off their first loss of the season last week. Can they get their repeat hopes back on track? Find out on Thursday Night Football.
Eagles versus Giants. Coverage starts at 6:30 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
This is Coach Stephen Pearl, your home for Auburn basketball on the Panhandle. Is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. So I didn't know this, but we got to be careful what we say. All that bad mouth and Manly. I just found out he's listening this morning on his way on this little trip. So, Glenn, I hope you drive slowly. Text a lot, go fast. No, be careful driving. Hope you get there. Keep your safely. Have a great time. Everybody be good back here. We'll take care of Bay High School. It's Wednesday. It's Bay Day. That means Manly and Brown. And we got a good picture. Glenn, you look good. Show Glenn on his you got Glenn on Facebook?
Got him right there.
Looks just like him. Looks just like Glenn. All right, let's bring him on. State championship. They're on a roll. Everywhere he goes, they build a powerhouse program. The one and only Jeremy Brown. Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Coach. How y'all doing?
We are doing outstanding. You had a week off. You got another big game coming up on the road. But talk about the off week. How did that play out? Did you get anything accomplished to get some people back healthy? Give us a little rundown of everything you guys did and where you stand right now.
Did I lose you? Oh, there you go. Yeah, you guys there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Yeah, we had a really good off week, man. It's real productive. We got some. We're able to kind of clean up some stuff from the last couple of weeks. Got some guys, just some guys that were banged up and bruised, got them kind of healed up. This past Thursday, we did about an hour and 15-minute scrimmage. We did a best on best, for about 30 plays, broken up, and then our twos versus twos, just to kind of stay in that game mode, kind of end of the week, prepare for a game. You got to go out and execute and everything. And we filmed it and then watched the kids. Watched it with the kids Monday morning after we lifted weights. So it was real productive. We had a really good off week. Maybe one of our better off weeks we've had.
Good. All right. You got it rolling. You had this open week. Now you get right back into it. You're on the road at West Florida. In the past, they've been a traditionally really strong football team. Give us a little scout report on West Florida. What's your thoughts on them?
Yeah, really, really good football team. They were young last year, and they're a year older, so you can kind of tell on film they're playing with a lot more confidence. Offensively, they're kind of similar to what Madison County does. They're a lot of single wing type stuff, and want to run the quarterback a lot. He's really electric. A lot of buck sweep, quarterback power, quarterback counter, and then they'll take that wing back, man, and they'll run that wing back counter. And when they hit you with that, man, if you're not playing your assignment, man, that guy hit his head on the goalpost. So we've got to be real disciplined on defense. We got to win the battle up front and not get knocked off the ball. And then defensively they challenge you because they run the bear front, man. They run that 5-2 with the 2-3 techniques. and man, they just make it really hard to run the football, and then they do a good job with their defensive ends, either dropping them in the flats or bringing them off the edge, and so they can kind of cause you some issues in your pass protection. So we were able to spend a lot of time last week kind of working on that, hoping to get an extra 3 days of kind of working on the stuff that they do really well, and then hopefully it'll pay off Friday night if the kids just go out and just do what we've been doing in practice, just execute, keep their eyes up, communicate. We know, we think we got a chance. I mean, anytime you go on the road, you know what I mean, in a championship type game like this, I mean, you gotta execute. I mean, if you get up turnovers or you give up big plays, you'll look up, you'll be down 14-0, and then your kids will start pressing, and they'll start having doubts in themselves, and then it can spiral on you. So we've got to be really good early.
You want to say something?
Well, no, I was going to say it's kind of unique. I'm looking at this coach, and having a 3-team district. I don't know how common that has been in the past or is in FHSAA, but here we are, 7th game of the year, and basically this is a district championship type of game. If you guys win this, you'll be district champs. I mean, what are your kind of thoughts on the 3-team district? I mean, is it nice to kind of get it out of the way if you were able to pull that off?
Hello.
You there?
See, that's what happens when I ask a question. I just end up wrecking the whole thing. No, Coach, I was just asking about just being a 3-team district, and is that kind of different, unique, or has that been going on a lot in the past? And how do you like the fact that you might be able to win a district championship this week, kind of get it out of the way, and then prep for the playoffs?
Yeah, I think, are you guys there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I think, the 3-team districts are a little bit more prevalent in certain classifications, especially up in North Florida, because, we don't have as many schools as maybe you have in Central or South Florida. It's, I like the idea of, it's kind of neat to be able to, this point of the season to, hopefully have a chance to, wrap up a definite spot in the playoffs.
Right.
Then you can, kind of takes that, now just kind of the kids, kind of takes that pressure off of the kids of fighting to get in or, worried about not getting in. It adds an extra, just an extra dynamic to the game. You know what I mean? This early in the year, having a chance to, our goal is every year to win the county championship and the district championship. And, we've won the first 3, county games. We got one more of those with Bozeman in a few weeks. And then, the next goal was to win the district. And so, you got a chance to possibly wrap that up this week on the road. So it's been a lot of energy at practice, you know what I mean? Because the kids understand the importance of this game.
Yep. I want to ask you something, Coach, before we let you go. When you look at that film, do their corners play off? Do they mix it up? If they play off, I think you guys are going to have a really good chance moving the ball up and down the field. Or do they jam or anything like that? What do they do with their corners?
Yeah, Coach, they play a version of kind of like loose man. They'll play those guys at about 7 to 8 yards.
I like that.
Depending on down and distance, you know what I mean. They don't really at the snap. They don't backpedal. They kind of catch. You know what I mean. They kind of sit there and try to drive on the hitch. So just stuff that you don't see a lot. And so we've had to show a lot of the kids a lot of film, especially our skill guys, quarterback. Because you'll think the hitch is there, and then all of a sudden that guy will undercut it, and they do a great job with their defensive ends. Those guys will fly out into the flats, and they'll get underneath a slant and a hitch. And so the quarterback has to be really, really, really good with his pre-snap reads.
Now, real quick, for size, do y'all match up pretty much physically with these guys? Team speed, do you guys match up also?
Yeah, I think we're very similar when it comes to team speed and size. On the O-line and the O-line and D-line, and I think we match up really well. And I think they would say the same thing. I don't think they're looking at it and saying, "Oh my gosh, Bayhigh's going to out-athlete us" or anything like that, because they've got, Lord knows, they've got their fair share of athletes over there. And so, Coach, I think it's just going to come down. 2 really good football teams. They played a really tough schedule. They played some really good teams. And And I think it's just going to come down to the team that executes.
Now, they still play their games over there at the old Woodham Stadium, Woodham High School?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, good luck to you. I appreciate you coming on. We'll talk to you next Wednesday. I know you're going to do it. Go get you a win and be safe. Thank you, sir.
All right, Coach. Thank y'all.
All right. Jeremy Brown, Bay High School. Glenn Manley Day right here on 104.3.
It's just so unique having that. You know, like you say, here's Game 7 of the season. You could win a district championship. I mean, that's crazy.
And speaking of,
but I agree with him. It's nice to get it out of the way.
It's also week 7 in college football. But the only difference between high school and football and college football, you have 14 weeks in college football this year. 2 open dates. I'm not used to that. 2 open dates. Well, I do like that because it kind of stretches out the season a little bit longer, and we got more opportunities to watch good college football.
You don't have to cram a bunch of games all into one day.
There you go. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. You know, this weekend, we're going to be at the Cajun Place. I think I'm going to the 2:30 kickoff game, which I think is the Red River weekend. I think I'm going to go watch that game down there. I'm not sure I'll be able to watching the Auburn, Georgia game at night. I think I'm going to go to 2:30 one. Come down and join us. You can't get this anywhere. This is listen up now. $5 pitchers, okay? 50-cent wings.
I'm in for that.
50-cent wings.
I hear they got big wings.
Everything's great down at the Cajun Place. Everything's outstanding. They open the doors at 10 o'clock on Saturday mornings for a brunch. At 11 o'clock when the kickoff starts, all the specials start. $5 pitchers, 50-cent wings. You cannot beat it. So you're going to save money. You're going to have a great meal. You have a great time. I love going there and seeing all the different shirts, all the different jerseys, everything that everybody loves, all these different schools throughout the country. You see Big Ten, ACC, SEC. Heck, you see it all down there. It's incredible. If you're an LSU fan, make sure you wear your shirt. They score a touchdown. Go ask for your free Jell-O shot. You'll get it. Same thing on Sundays. The North Shore Jazz Band plays at 10 o'clock to 12, and then the NFL package starts. You got the same shirt on. You go in there, they score a touchdown, go ask for a free Jell-O shot, you'll get it. Rick does a great job down there. Love Jane and Trudy. It's kind of giving back to the community. In summer times, we can't get in. It takes an hour to try to get in the place. So it's kind of giving back to locals. That Cajun Place on Thomas Drive, 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers, the best deal anywhere. Go check it out. Now, we're over in Lynn Haven. Let's go see Russ and Amber. We already saw Patrick at Beef O'Brady's, so let's head on down to where?
We're talking about going to David Adamson Designer
And what
Jewelry.
are we going to see down there?
And you're going to see a whole new selection of jewelry. You're going to get, time goes, falls back here in November, so that's a good time to get your watch battery changed. And then while you're there, get your free jewelry inspection, free jewelry cleaning, look at the new selection, design a piece of jewelry to give somebody for Christmas, one of a kind. And then we're talking about David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
I tell you what, they're incredible. They'll work with you. They're unbelievable. And he loves the 49ers. Also, one more before we let you go. The unbelievable Jason Kowaleski every Tuesday, every Friday, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Max Fitz Sports Nutrition, Pier Park, 23rd Street. Do you want to look better, feel better? They can help you in every way possible. You can dream about it. You got an issue, they can make it better. I guarantee you that. They're incredible. Got a son and daughter involved in athletics? You want to give them that edge to get that scholarship? Go spend some time with Jason Kowaleski. You'll be glad you did. We'll be right back. 104.3. Dr. Ward, where are you? You got that phone set up? Thing working? Be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The Coach James Hale Show.
Then do me a favor. There's a Chinaman running around. He goes by the name of Win One Soon. If you find him, catch him, hold him, call me, let me know, and I'll come pick him up, all right? I'm ready to listen to these experts make these picks. And listen, if I wasn't already bald, I would have pulled all my hair out.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9. At 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Looking for dependable civil construction in the Florida Panhandle? CBC Construction has you covered. From land clearing and drainage to roads and underground utilities, CBC delivers high-quality work on time and on budget. Locally owned and operated, CBC is trusted by schools, developers, and municipalities. To learn more, call CBC Construction 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com. That's cbcconstruction.com.
Get ready. Week 6 of the NFL season is officially here. Your Jacksonville Jaguars are gearing up to go head-to-head with the Seattle Seahawks in our crucial catch game dedicated to the fight against cancer. Join us October 12th at Everbank Stadium as we raise awareness through early detection, risk reduction, and education. Lock in your tickets now at jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
Hey Gator fans, bring your family and friends to Rocket Lanes, home of the Panhandle Gator Club. While you enjoy Gator football watch parties in the sports bar with fellow Gators, your family and friends can enjoy bowling, roller skating, and the many entertaining electronic games. All Gator fans are also welcome to attend the Panhandle Gator Club meetings, 6 p.m. every second Tuesday of the month at the same location. Follow Gator gatherings all year long at panhandlegatorclub.com. Go Gators!
Scott Graham here from Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. Jason Benetti and Devin McCourty have the call as Week 6 of the season kicks off with NFC East action between the Eagles and the Giants. Philadelphia, the defending Super Bowl champions, are coming off their first loss of the season last week. Can they get their repeat hopes back on track? Find out on Thursday Night Football.
Eagles versus Giants. Coverage starts at 6:30 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
King don't hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Let's bring him on right now. The master of disaster, the one and only Dr. Ward. Doc, how you doing this morning?
Having a great morning. It's a great week to be a Florida Gator.
Yes, it is, baby.
That voice has changed in a week, hasn't it?
Before we get into that, we got to talk about something else, something you can save. You can save people's lives. There's no doubt about that. And where you located, 1 in 5 developed skin cancer can be deadly, especially females. Breast cancer, skin cancer, two most things that those females have to worry about in Wildcat. But tell us where you're located and what we can do to protect ourselves.
So if you see something on your skin that doesn't look right, feel right, isn't going away, give us a call at 233-3376. You can see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Santa Rosa Beach, Water Sound, Panama City Beach, Panama City, Port St. Joe, Mariana, Bonifay, or Defuniak Springs.
All right, let's get into it. Some of those Texas fans said they had never heard anything louder than they heard in the swamp. And you were there. Talk about your trip. What was the atmosphere like, and what was everybody's thoughts after the game?
Yeah, so most people went into the game like me with no expectation of winning, and the Gator fans showed up. We filled up the swamp. We were loud, and definitely impacted the game. Texas had a total of 6 either delay of game or offsides penalties. They were definitely not prepared for going into that environment. And then, our both sides of the ball, O-line and D-line, just played the games of the year. I mean, our defense has been good. But, we had 6 sacks. We only let, I think they had like 60 rushing yards total. Arch Manning was not allowed outside the pocket at all. I think his longest run might have been like 8 yards. So, Ron Roberts took advantage of the bye week. And, I think what really changed the offense for the Gators, Lagway had more time in the pocket. And we got our freshman wide receiver, Dallas Wilson, back, and that kid was a game changer.
Yeah, I tell you, I watched that game. Had 2 TVs on at the house watching them, and I was impressed with Florida. Let me go over this real quick. They opened up, I think Sunday, A&M opened up an 8.5-point favorite. We all know Florida now is, 2-3 on the record. They got an opportunity to go 3-3. Napier is 7-3 as a home underdog. Napier is 1-10 on the road as an underdog. He's 4-11 overall on the road. Texas A&M's quarterback is a little bit more mobile. He's a little bit better passer. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he's pretty good. Their defense and Florida's defense are both outstanding. What's your thought? I mean, I don't want you to pick it right now, but going forward, going in there to Aggie land, what do you think? Do they build off this? How's this one play out? Now, don't tell me who's going to win or lose, but how do you see this one going for Florida's offense versus A&M's defense?
I really liken this to the game last year where we had to go to Tennessee and play Tennessee on the road. Very, very similar situation, except instead of having a mobile freshman quarterback, and Tennessee had Nico and Maliava. They've got a quarterback that is a little more seasoned. But if you look at Texas A&M, they start slow.
Yes,
they were in a battle with UTSA at home. They were in a battle at home against Auburn, and even Mississippi State last week. It was 7-3 at halftime.
Yeah.
So Texas A&M doesn't really take a lead even at home. So with our defense and an improved offense, and again, Dallas Wilson, he's 6'4", he's 215 pounds, and you really got to see Lagway just high point the ball to him on a couple throws. He's like, okay, if I throw this ball high, my guy's the only one that's going to be able to get it. And you could, I really think that changed the entire dynamic of Florida's offense with the comfort level that Lagway had with Dallas Wilson. It opened up Vernell Brown for a long pass. Then you got our number 3 start event, who actually got into the game too. I mean, we had a functioning offense finally. So I really think that it's going to be a close game that could go either way, and it's probably going to come down to a turnover here or there, one way or the other. I think Florida can win this game.
All right, I want to real quick. We got to get on these picks, but if Napier, what did that win do for him? If this happens, does this win save him, or if this plays out the way I'm getting ready to discuss with you, is he gone? If they go into, let me finish though. If they go to Texas A&M and they get beat by 10+, they come back for a homecoming game to play Mississippi State, and they lose the homecoming game. Then you have the bye week before Georgia. Will he be the coach for the Georgia game?
Look, I don't care. I don't care what happens for the rest of the season. We've seen enough from Billy Napier. Right now, he's got a losing record at UF. He's had 2 seasons in a row with great talent, and they decide not to play football in the month of September. Hopefully everyone from Florida is rooting for this team, but realizing we need to move on from Billy Napier.
Okay. I think most, about 90% of the fans, I think, believe that, maybe more than that. All right, Doc, I'm going to get 1 or 2 picks in real quick before we go to break. Michigan at USC, Trojans.
Yeah, I don't really love either of the teams, but what you're seeing in the Big Ten is it's hard to travel across the country and play. So I think USC wins at home.
Okay, USC. Brian, I'll hold off on you a second. Okay. Indiana at Oregon. Indiana at Oregon.
Same principle. I think. Oregon's a good football team. They play good defense and good offense this year. So yeah, I think they get the best of Indiana.
All right, Northwestern at Penn State.
Penn State's going to recover. I think Penn State wins. Northwestern's horrible.
Okay, Ohio State at Illinois.
Ohio State's just got too much talent. Illinois may stick around in the first half, but Ohio State's going to win.
All right, we'll come back and finish up the rest of these in a second. Let's start doing some more of our great sponsors. Appreciate every single one of our wonderful people. John Short, love them. They own Newbie. Smith Shaw is going to have the best entertainment for you every Saturday and Sunday night. Friday and Saturday night. I don't know about Sunday. I tell you what, you want to watch all sporting events, head down to Newbie's 2 on the Curve. Watch there. Head on down to the Mothership. And don't forget the brand new in St. Andrews, the blue facility there. It's absolutely gorgeous. Get out to one of the 4 Newbies. Tell them Coach sent you. Have a great time. The legend, Dr. Chad Mitchell. One of the first robotic surgeries around. The guy's been training. He's incredible. This is his 26 years on Bay County sidelines. And guess what he did? He's highly intelligent. It didn't look right. It didn't feel right. Who did he call? Dr. Ward's office. That's where he went. That's where you should go. Stevenson Air Conditioning. I love Jason. Does an incredible job. Graduated from Mosley High School. Locals taking care of locals. Anytime, day or night, you call Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there for you. Don't even think about anybody else. It's all about Stevenson Air Conditioning. We'll be right back. Finish up with a picture of Dr. Ward.
Wanted to reach out and smack someone?
You can't fix stupid, but you can divorce it.
The new Sports Blitz. Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming.
And on behalf of 70% of the Alabama fan base,
feel the burn.
We want a damn divorce.
The Red 70s studio line.
You cannot give LSU extra opportunities.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida.
He has not turned the ball over.
Get in the game.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Wednesday's weather forecast. Partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a high near 87 and a wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight, a light breeze and a temperature of 73. About the same tomorrow, around 85 with mostly sunshine and a wind around 11 miles per hour out of the northeast. Mostly sunny Friday and quite warm around 81. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
Every love story deserves a perfect beginning. At Tracy's Fine Jewelry, we believe that your engagement ring should be as unique as your love. Explore our vast selection of certified natural and lab-created diamonds, each hand-picked for brilliance and beauty. Whether you desire the timeless allure of one of our hand-selected engagement rings, or you'd like to custom design the perfect ring, visit us today and let our experts guide you in finding the ring of her dreams, because love deserves the best. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, where love sparkles.
The Rich Eisen Show. They took care of business against the Eagles in Philadelphia in total Sean Payton fashion, which is hit you in the mouth, come up with some gritty offensive plays, and then just do that guano crazy stuff like going for 2 and roll the dice so you can get a 1-point lead, rather than give the Eagles an option.
Rich Eisen weekdays starting at 11, now on ESPN Northwest Florida. His biggest fear about the zombie apocalypse is all the walking. It's the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey! As Glenn would say, babe, hey! All right, we're back. Dr. Ward's with us. Last week was not a good week for anybody in picks. And this going forward, we don't know, man. We got 7 more weeks of college football. Nobody has a clue what's going to happen. Everybody's got players. There are going to be a lot of upsets. When you say Florida State's out, I think that's too early. We just don't know what can happen throughout the country. It's a crazy in college football now. Let's bring Dr. Ward back. Doc, this game right here, Ron picked Clemson. at Boston College to win. Who do you like?
Oh, yeah, I think Clemson wins.
All right. Pitt at FSU. Are they going to have one loss turn into another, or are they going to take care of business Saturday at 11 o'clock? FSU.
So I don't think Pitt has the guys to hold Gus Malzahn's offense in check. I do think it's going to be close early, but I think Florida State will pull away at the end.
Brian?
This game is dangerous. It's very dangerous. Pitt lost their one road trip of the year, a tight one to West Virginia, and they lost a tight one to Louisville, who may not be quite as good as we thought. I'm going to take FSU, but if they let up at all, they're in trouble.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's go. South Carolina, LSU. It's at LSU.
LSU is just a hard place to go and play, and I think LSU's defense is really, really good. I don't think their offense is as good as we thought it was going to be. So LSU is going to win this game by a couple touchdowns.
Brian, Saturday night.
I don't think it's going to be that easy, but I'll take LSU maybe by 4.
All right. Washington State, Ole Miss. Ole Miss is looking strong. Everybody got Ole Miss?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Arkansas at Tennessee. We got a brand new offensive coordinator at Arkansas, got a brand new defensive coordinator. Probably got the same players, though. Tennessee, I think, had a good call, too.
I think Tennessee's been pretty consistent. I just don't think Arkansas has the guys to pull off an upset. If it was at home in Fayetteville, I'd give them a better shot, but I think Tennessee wins.
Doc stole it right out from under me. If this game was in Fayetteville, Tennessee looking ahead to Alabama, I'd be a little more worried for them. I do think it's going to be a tough game. Arkansas will have a good first half. They're just going to run out of players, and Tennessee will get the win.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be a physical football game. I think they're going to play a lot better in Arkansas. We shall see. All right, Georgia at Auburn. I'm telling you now, this is kind of like the Florida Texas situation. Saturday night is going to be electric. Auburn's going to put their best. I'm telling you, all the games, last 4 games played in Jordan-Hare are one score.
Before we go into this, I want you two to guess what you think the line on this game is.
Probably 3.5.
Doc?
Yeah, I think it's under a touchdown for sure.
It is. It's Georgia 3.5. I'm surprised by that. But they're not blowing anybody out, so I
think about that. The last 4, that means over 8 years.
Yeah.
Last 4 games played there, 1 possession score. Right. 1. This is going to be a battle. I think Hugh Freeze sooner or later is going to win a big game. Auburn's not a bad football team. The defense, the problem is the quarterback and the offensive line, the penalties and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a ball game. Who do you think, Doc? I think it's a tough one.
I actually think Georgia is going to win this game. Reason being, their offense is playing well. They can run the ball well. Gunnar Stockton has not made big mistakes. And just watching Jackson Arnold play, I'm just not impressed. He can't do enough to get Auburn over the top. I think Hugh Freeze has another very uncomfortable year at Auburn, and it just compounds when Georgia goes to Jordan-Hare and beats them.
Rob, we kept talking about this could be like the Florida-Texas do-over.
Well,
the only thing, though, the difference is Georgia's quarterback's a lot, I think, better. I think they got Kirby Smart also. That's the key.
Well, Georgia's problems are Bobo's unbelievably conservative in the first half.
Yeah.
And they're not a dominant offense that can put Auburn away. And the longer a home team stays,
he came out, threw the ball more.
But the longer a home team stays in play, you know how it is. Auburn had a week off. Now, here's my worry. A week off can be good and bad.
Yep.
It can be good that you can rest people like that, but if you're coming into a week off with 2 losses, especially when you feel like you were wronged on one of them, and then you didn't play well in the second, that feeling can fester for a week. So how Auburn dealt with that week off, whether they're revived and ready to go and have put in some new wrinkles, or whether they've been sitting there feeling bad about themselves for an extra week, is going to be interesting. Just because I want to be different, I'm going to take Auburn here to get the upset. As much as I love Georgia and I picked them to win the national championship, Auburn needs this game.
I like that. All right, let's go. Alabama could be the trap game. They just played, I'm telling you, they beat Georgia on the road. They come home. They got game day there, so they're mostly ready for the Vandy game. They got Tennessee in 2 weeks. Their biggest rivals outside the Iron Bowl. The 11 o'clock kickoff. The matchup I don't like. Missouri can run the football. If you look at all the statistics, they're a top 4 in defense and offense. They run the ball better. They have the leading rusher in the country. Alabama doesn't tackle very well. The secondary doesn't. They did a lot better in the second half. This game stands out to me. I could see Bama going down in this ball game. Doc, what happens? Is Bama back, or do they have another slip on the road?
So yes, Bama is back, but I agree 100% with all the things you said. I mean, this is a trap game for them. They had a highly emotional revenge game to play against Vanderbilt this weekend, and they did pretty well. They got their big rival Tennessee coming up the following week, and Columbia is a deceptively difficult place to play. So I actually, and I think this Missouri team is better than people think. I know they haven't played, a tough schedule, but that also means they're not very injured at all. So they're ready to have a good game against a good team. So I'm going to take Missouri in the upset over Alabama.
All right, we got him taking Missouri. We got Brian taking Auburn.
Look, everything here. The fact that Missouri can run, the fact that Alabama traditionally has not been good on the road under DeBoer, all of these things. I think it'd be scarier if Missouri wasn't ranked as highly. I think people are aware of Missouri now. I think DeBoer getting the win at Georgia was huge, and especially for the players' confidence. The other thing I will say, Womack made great adjustments at halftime, and that defense looked right. And for as much as we want to say Pavia turned the ball over twice, Alabama forced those turnovers. They were going for the ball on the fumble. They were jumping the route on the interception, and they don't turn the ball over. I think they've had one turnover all year. This year Alabama has. So I like Alabama in this game, but this may be one of the best games of the weekend by far. It's going to be a good football game, hard fought. But I got Alabama.
Yeah. Another thing, too, I wonder. I'm just throwing it out there. I remember we played them. You all pumped up, ready to go. Then you get out there and you see that uniform. That's still Alabama. And to some teams, that's worth a touchdown right there. I'm not sure what their mindset of Miami, Missouri. I'm sure they feel like they can win this ball game, though. So we'll see. All right, we got Oklahoma, the Red River. Once you play poorly one week, you usually play a lot better the next week. Oklahoma's quarterback, I don't know. I don't think he's going to play. I hadn't heard. I don't know anything for sure, but I don't think he's going to play.
He wants to, but I don't think he's going to be able to.
Their defense is outstanding. It could be something like we saw down the swamp. Again, once you play poorly one week, you usually play a lot better the next week. I can see Texas win this game, no problem. I mean, in a tough one, but I can see Texas win this. Doc, what's going to happen in the Red River?
I was absolutely shocked when the line came out on this game and it showed that Texas was a 1.5 favorite. Mm-hmm. My understanding is that if Mateer is not the starter, the line is going to move to 5.5, and I agree. I don't think Mateer is going to be back from surgery, this quickly. So, but I just didn't see anything from Texas's offensive line or from from Arch to make me think that they're going to be able to be successful moving the ball. This is going to be take the under on this game for sure. I think the first team does 17 points wins. And it honestly could be either team because Texas does have a good receiving core. They could get a couple big plays. It's a really tough game to pick. I think I'm going to go with Texas just because Vegas likes them.
All right, going with Texas bounce back game. Doc Ward, this is a tough one to pick, man. Mm-hmm. Brian, what do you think? How's it going to play out?
I agree. I like Texas in the bounce back game. Look, their mulligans are gone. they've got to run out from here. And a desperate team with talent is scary. Now, if they lose this game, I could see Texas going 6-6 and falling apart. I mean, I really could, and Sarkisian could have some trouble up there. But I do think they win this game. I like the matchup. Even if Mateer is in there, he's not going to be 100%. And I just think Texas has to have this game. Oklahoma doesn't. Give me Texas in a very good football game.
All right, here we go. Last one. We got about a minute to go. Doc, the Florida Gators, can they put 2 in a row together? Nobody gave them a chance to get Texas, except for me. What's going to happen out at Texas A&M? Aggies win or the Gators get it done?
Okay, so I've picked against my Gators the last 2 weeks. I'm not going to do it this time because, I mean, for the first time we saw Florida play what everyone thought Florida could play. And last year when Florida started playing their game, they did not regress, except for when the 2 weeks Lagway was hurt at the end of Georgia and against the game at Texas, when we had to start our third string QB. So I think the offense is fixed. We know the defense is unstoppable. They're so good. This defense is so good. So defense travels. I think it's going to be a very, very close game. But I'm going to go with my Gators to go into Kyle Field and get the win.
Go Gators. All right, Brian, real quick.
A&M has some dynamic guys out at receiver, and they like to hit the big plays. If they can avoid turning the ball over in the first half, they're a pretty dangerous team. They play good defense. I just think A&M matches up pretty well against Florida. Florida's, I think, going to have a bit of an emotional come down. How could you not after what they were able to do? So give me A&M, but I don't think it's a blowout.
All right, Doc, we will talk to you next Wednesday, buddy. What's the best way to get up with you?
Just give us a call at 233-3376. You can see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Port St. Joe, Panama City Beach, Watersound, Santa Rosa Beach, Tafuniac Springs, Bonifay, or Mariana. 5 minutes is all it takes to get your skin checked head to toe and make sure it's healthy and cancer-free.
Doc, love you. We'll talk to you next Wednesday. Thank you, sir.
See you guys.
All right, Steve's Bike Shop. I love Steve. Swim coach at Mosley High School. Locals taking care of locals. The electrical bikes are taking over the world. He's got a large selection, new and used. They work on them. They can do anything. The old standard bikes, they got it all right in, all kind of helmets. They got everything you can think about. They're right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street. They've been in business since 1979. Again, locals taking care of locals. Make sure you go see Steve's Bike Shop. You'll be glad you did. Kyle Vandegrift's incredible. Vandy Roofing and General Contracting, they design, they build, commercial, residential. They can do it all. Listen to Kyle every Friday. Believe me, you'll hear him every Friday right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Can't wait to get his picks this coming up week. Kyle Vandegrift, Vandy Roofing. Patrick, love Patrick. Every Monday he's in here with us. Does an incredible job. Turbo Pest Control, #1. Locals taking care of locals. His daughter goes to Mosley High School. Beautiful cheerleader over there. You want that yard to look like a golf course, Patrick can make it happen. You got bugs in the house, Patrick can make them go away. Patrick can do just about anything. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We will be right back with Mark McLeod.
It's here. The 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Wednesday's weather forecast. Partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a high near 87 and a wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight, a light breeze and a temperature of 73. About the same tomorrow, around 85 with mostly sunshine and a wind around 11 miles per hour out of the northeast. Mostly sunny Friday and quite warm around 81. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? We can typically replace them while you wait. Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? In many cases, we can have it back to you the next day. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, just south of Tractor Supply. The best place in town to take a leak.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Angel House Bereavement Center invites you to the Cal G Squires inaugural golf tournament at Bay Point. Tee off Friday morning on October 31st to support Angel House, a 501c3 nonprofit helping children, adolescents, and adults struggling with the pain of life-altering loss. This will be a special day with costumes, prizes, and lunch from Abram Seafood. To sign up or get more information, go to the Angel House Bereavement Center Facebook page or angelhousebci.org.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
When you got 90,000 people all chomping at the same time.
The Florida Gator Update with guest Mark McLeod. Insider information you can't get anywhere else. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Go Gators!
Do you know how many people think their dreams have finally come true? They're hearing the Gator song at 8 a.m. instead of the Bama.
You ain't a Gator, you're a Gator hater, baby.
They think they're in the twilight zone.
We got Alabama at 8:30 today. We got Mark. Come on, 8 o'clock. Let's bring him on.
Thank you,
Mark McLeod. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Coach. Good to be on with you.
Man, hey, we just had Dr. Ward on. Love him to death. Does a great job. He bets on all these games. He does a great job. But I asked him. I said, what happens if they get beat by 10, open, then they got homecoming, they screw up and lose that game? Will Billy be coaching against Georgia? He didn't want to hear that. He goes, we've had enough of Billy. We want to win, but we got to make a change. Do you feel like most of the Florida Gators feel the same way regardless what happens the rest of the year? We still got to make a change?
Right now they do. Right now they do. I think that question will be big. Look, if they were able to beat Texas A&M, Mississippi State, upset Georgia, I think after that, if they were to do those three things, after that Georgia game, that would be a very interesting question for a lot of the Gator Nation. It really would be. And look, you're not going to get the players to say, yeah, let's move away from Billy Napier. So, how much weight does that carry with Scott Strickland? He's Billy Napier Strickland's guy. I mean, I think that would be a great question. But look, they got to get over the hump, and going to College Station in front of 108,000, that's not going to be easy.
Right. And Mark, the thing about it, this year in college,